What's up, our journey gang? It's Lindsay
and Ray,
our journey of blessings, and we are here today to do a TTC tips video for you guys. We know when we were beginning our journey, we looked at tons of videos. Well, I really looked at tons of videos on YouTube and did a lot of research regarding how to begin your TTC journey and things like that. So just speaking from our perspective, from what we've been through, we just wanted to share it with you guys, just in case, you know, you might be starting or you've been doing it for a while and you're like, is this something I'm doing wrong, or what can I do differently? We just decided to go ahead and share with you guys. Now, we had a extremely blessed journey.
Yeah.
It only took us one IUI cycle to conceive our daughter, so we're basically just telling you that information. So TTC tip number 1, be ready. Because a lot of people think, oh yeah, we're gonna start a TTC journey, but they don't realize what goes into this journey. Like, it's definitely a journey. It takes time, it takes faith, patience, determination, love, finances. It's a lot that goes within this TTC journey. So be ready, know what you're getting yourself into, and be ready for the good and the bad of the journey. Tip number 2, do your research. And when I say do your research, do your research. Don't rely on what somebody else tells you, because everybody's journey is different. What we went through is different from what another YouTuber or another regular person, it doesn't matter, same sex or, you know, heterosexual couple. Do your research, because you will go into it a little better with knowing what's going on. Things are different from state to state, city to city, and if you go and do your own research, I think that it will help you out a lot more than to just look at a video and be like, I can do that, that's nothing, because it's not like that.
And another thing is, when you do your research, you don't have to include your mate, but include your mate. Because when she was doing the research, I didn't want to know about it. I might just do the research, let me pray on it, because I'm different. Like, she wants to know, I'm like, let the doctor tell me.
Yeah, so it was basically what she's saying is, do the research, but don't always do it together.
Yeah.
A lot of times you could come up with a better outcome if you do your research and let your partner do their research. A lot of times I would do a lot of the research online, calling different fertility clinics, watching YouTube videos, and I would just like fill her in on what I went through or what I looked for or what I found, instead of us doing it together.
Yeah. Because
a lot of times if we try to do it together, y'all, we got overwhelmed, we end up arguing and we didn't get nowhere. So we know that I'm the person that research and stay dedicated to stuff, and she's more laid back, you know. But we came into it ready.
Yeah,
we knew who we wanted to go first with the IUI cycle, so that was pretty good. But do your research. Tip number 3, have your finances in order.
Yes.
Now, you don't have to have all of the money at one time, but begin to save. And that goes back to the first tip, be ready. Save. If you know that it's going to cost you, save. Like, that's what we did. We saved for this in advance because we didn't want to have to take from our bills or anything else that we wanted to do. So we saved specifically for this journey. Save for more than one try, because it does not always happen the first time.
And check your insurance.
Yeah.
Check your insurance, because when I did do my research with my insurance, they did cover a lot of the tests. So save beyond what you think it's gonna be. But if you have insurance, check your insurance.
Yeah.
what's blood work? Let them pay for it. If you do get a copay of $20, it's better than
hundreds of dollars.
Right.
For tests and stuff, because you know you go through a lot of tests and blood work during this process. So yeah, like she said, check your insurance.
Because we was blessed.
Save them coins, honey. Save them coins, because it adds up, and it adds up quickly.
Yeah.
So save beyond your means. Save, like, if you think you only gonna take one cycle, save for 2. You know, just continue to save, and you never know. You might get it on the first try. If not, then you know that you have another chance, and you don't have to put extra stress on yourself because you're like, I only have this one try. I only have one try. So save and do your research. It's part of doing your research.
Yeah.
Where you go to your insurance company and see what they will and will not cover. Tip number 4.
Yeah. Love each other. Literally. Because I went through so many tests. I don't like needles, I don't like tests, and I don't like meds. So if you got that spouse that's gonna encourage you, that's what you need.
Support.
Yeah. Like, our family didn't know, but we knew.
Yeah. So it was really just us, because I didn't have anybody else to talk to. I didn't tell my best friend, I didn't tell our parents, nobody knew. So it was just us and the good Lord who really knew what was going on. So when you love your partner, you have no choice but to be connected, like stay together throughout the process. Tip number 5, choose your donor, but don't rush it.
Yep.
When you look for a donor, this is not just like looking for a pair of shoes, y'all. This is looking for the other half of your child. And we, like, when we explain it to people, because that'll be in another video. But when we explain to people how we chose a donor, we said it as if we were really looking for like a husband that we knew we was having kids with. And that's really how you have to look at it. Like, you have to go and search and search.
It took us at least 2 years.
Yeah, because we was just, nobody really was like, that's the one.
Right.
We had people we put in like, okay, yeah, that'll be, then it didn't feel right. If it don't feel right, it's not right.
Right.
I don't care if they're more expensive, less expensive. I mean, it's up to you what race or whatever you're looking for. So make sure you already have that in mind as well. But if it don't feel right, it's not right when you're looking for a donor. And this is the other half of your child. So you want to make sure that you look for this person as if you were going to marry this person and have children with them. Because even though they're not really a part of the family, the 2-ma family, the 2-dad family, the heterosexual family or whatever, this is going to be half of the genes of your child. So you need to know exactly what's going on with that person, medical history, their likes and dislikes, just everything, and do it together. If you're a single person, of course you would, you know, look for that person yourself. But speaking from a couple standpoint, do it together. I think it's important for both parties to agree. And it's so funny because when we look for the donor, we had picked other people, like, nah, didn't feel right. I was at home, Ray was at work. I was looking on the site and I'm like, oh my God, this is the person. While I was texting her, she was calling me to tell me about the same exact person. Like, we had never looked at this person together or anything, but when I said this is the person and she had the same exact person, we knew it had to be. So look for your donor, take your time. Yes. Do not rush it. Okay. Tip number 6, keep track of your process. Meaning, when you go to the doctor's appointments, ask questions. Write it down, put it in your phone, whatever. I have everything from the very beginning till now. Ask questions, keep track of everything, because it comes in handy, because we have actually been through where they said one thing And I went back to my notes and said, that's not what I have here. That's wrong, what you're saying to us. Like when they tried, when we had an ultrasound in the beginning, they tried to tell us that the weeks were off and blah, blah, blah. No, because for one, we know exactly when we got pregnant.
Right.
And for two, I wrote down this, this, and this. So I knew exactly what was going on. So be proactive, keep up with everything, write everything down, ask questions, because this is you, your body, your family, your money, and you need to know exactly what's going on. You sit back and say, okay, well, that's just, they're the doctor, they know it, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter, because they're human, they make mistakes, you know, errors that could be beyond control or whatever, but just make sure that you take notes and keep track of everything.
Yeah.
When I say everything, planners, you need to get you one. Okay. Tip number 7?
Rest. Rest, rest, rest. And I'm not saying that because I'm the one that's carrying. I'm saying that from a couple standpoint. Rest.
Yeah.
Because the person that's carrying is going to rest. Your spouse might be up stressing, might be up thinking, well, what can I do? How can I help? Rest. Because when it really comes down time to it, we need that support.
Yeah, and that's even before you even get pregnant.
Yeah.
Because you have to mentally be prepared for what's to come. You have to physically be prepared for what's to come. So if you're up stressing, you're not resting, it messes up your mind. It does, you know, you don't think clearly when you're tired. Physically, you might not want to get up and go to appointments or this and that. You start to feel sick. You have to rest. Give your body and your mind a chance. And that also will allow you to think clearly and, you know, go in ready to receive whatever the information or the news is. So I think that's a good one. Rest is something you need from the beginning of the journey to
the end
beyond, because you're
Tip
gonna need
number
that.
8. Yeah.
Stay away from negativity. I know it's easier said than done, but when it's something that's serious, you need to really block out all outside sources that are not trying to help you with this journey. So I think blocking out negativity is very important, and you have a straight shot, just straight and arrow at what you are actually in this for. Stay, you know, in tune with the Lord, your partner, yourself, and
get that tunnel vision.
Yeah, just go for it. So that's pretty much that. If we missed anything, we'll come back and let you guys know a little bit later on, but just these quick little 8 tips that we had to come on and share with you guys really quick. So if it's any questions you have, please leave them below. We don't mind answering questions for you guys. And then we'll also do a video after we have our daughter.